we're gonna go over Power Apps Code Apps. It's a new feature they released, and now you can build Power Apps without using the low code editor. So you can use the typical JavaScript frameworks like React and Vue to basically develop apps and develop them code first instead of using the editor. So for today's demo, I don't want to start one from scratch and then build there. I want to use one of these AI tools to build, and then I'll import it into Power Apps. So I want to show how this can work with Bolt. I'm a fan of Bolt. I typically use Bolt more than anything. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna prompt Claude to give us a Bolt prompt. So we'll go from one AI to another. Then we'll get the front end code from Bolt, push it to the Power Apps cloud, and then run the Power App in the browser. So and for the what we're gonna focus on is a project management app, something cost improvement project for manufacturing. It could be any use case. We just want to start with something so we can get it running in Power Apps. And the goal is to show you how to go from Bolt to Power Apps, right? Because right now the demos are for in basic introduction, but this is what I'm trying to get to show here. All right, so we'll start in Claude. The prompt is going to be, can you create a Bolt AI agent to create a perfect prompt for the front end of a cost improvement project for manufacturing? Management app for manufacturing build project app. Only focus on the front end and make it very detailed. Make sure to account for all interaction and potential use cases. Also include sample data stored inside the project. All right, so I'm going to wait for that and I'll come back when it's done. All right, so Bolt created this. I'm just going to copy it and then put it in, sorry, Claude created it and I'm going to put it in Bolt. Build this. And I want to just build. All right, so we'll wait for that to load. I literally just copy and pasted from Claude. I'm going to pause and then I'll be right back. All right, so Bolt finished running. Just click around, see what it looks like. Get a project profile, dashboard, and then a project overview, and then some forms that create projects. So this is good enough for now. We just want to put this in a Power App. So we're going to come here, export it, and I'm going to open the file. I'm going to rename this here Power Apps Code Apps Project Management Demo. Okay, now I'm gonna go into Visual Studio. I'm gonna open that folder that I just exported. Okay, I'm gonna open the terminal, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share the screen with this link I have here, and I'll show you. It's this create an app from scratch in GitHub Power Apps Code Apps, and this is what I'm gonna use to help me add the files that are necessary. So on my left is straight from Bolt, and then this is what I need to configure the Power Apps. So the first thing I'm going to do is npm install. So is that first step right here. I already did this since it's coming from Bolt. Okay, so npm install. Let's do this. Let's install this. Step 6. And then for the vite config, update it to this. So vite config, update. And then npm run dev. I'm not going to test it. I'm sure it runs. I'm using Mac, so I'm going to switch my package JSON to this script. So I'll go to package and then update the script. Save. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna use the Power Platform CLI. So this is important for the project. This is gonna be accessible from the terminal, and you can access it from the extensions in VS Code or download it directly. This is necessary. So Power Platform CLI. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna authenticate. It's the first step. Back off create. So now it's gonna open as for my my account, my Power Apps account. So this is my Microsoft account, authenticated successfully. Then I'm gonna go to pack. Then I'm gonna do pack and select to pick my environment. And I'm gonna use the sandbox because this is where my code apps is enabled. So I have code apps enabled there. And then I'm gonna do pack code init. So that would initialize, oh, I'm missing the display name. So it's pack code init, and display name is gonna be cost improvement uh, management app. All right, so it's gonna be the name of the app, and all this pack code init is just gonna initialize it in my current repository, and it's gonna add this power.config file. I did it off scratch, but this will be part of the instructions. So pack auth create, environment select, initialize the app, and now I'm on this step. So install SDK, and then, well, this already updated in the last step, so I don't need to do that. And then power provider. So this link right here, we're gonna have to need to create this file. So in under src, new file, we're gonna type power provider.tsx, and it's gonna be all of this. I'm just gonna copy it directly, Control save, and then in main, I'm gonna import it. So import what I just created, and then here I'm gonna wrap it. So before it was strict mode app, and now I'm gonna wrap with what I just imported, the power provider. Save that, and we should be ready to go. So now I'm gonna run npm build to finish up. To do npm run build. I said build. Npm run build. These are two things that I guess didn't get uh, fully fixed when deploying. So I'm just gonna manually, since it's not used, I'm just gonna delete it. And these are two errors that are letting me know. And then the other one's in project details. So I'm gonna project details and delete this. But for now, we just want it to run, and then we'll connect the data. All right, and I'm gonna run npm run build. Perfect. Now, since we already initialized the pack code, the code apps, all we're gonna do is run pack code push, and it should deploy that app to Power Apps. And then it'll give us a URL, and we will test that right now in our browser. All right, so the URL was delivered, and as you see, this is a Power App Cloud. I'm gonna open it, and here you go, Cost Improvement Management app, and here it is. And any update we do to the code base, as long as we push it, it should be updated here in Power Apps. So this is how we get different functionalities with Power App code apps, and this is directly from Bolt. And that should be the end of the video. I'm gonna try to copy the links and everything I use for the resources. But thanks for tuning in. In part two, I'll probably build on this and use Dataverse to fill in some of these projects. So next video, we'll fill in the front end that was built from Bolt.